Okay, hi Stephanie. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm glad you got to meet up today. I know when we called for to confirm your appointment for today, you said you had been a little under the weather.
Yeah, Danny brought home a little stomach bug and the whole house got it. So we've been dealing with that all week.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you feeling better?
Oh yeah, after much needed rest and plenty of hydration, we're doing better.
Good, very good. So tell me, where would you like to start today?
Um, well, I got some good news if you want to count it that. I know,
Absolutely.
I know last week I mentioned that, we've been trying to work on spending time with each other at least 3 times a week. This week we've actually did it 3 times, and now we're having a fourth day tomorrow. So
Really?
yeah, so
That's fabulous.
so we plan on kind of going out of town and just spending some time with each other outside of the house and
Mhm.
just you know go shopping, go eat, kind of just enjoy some time to ourselves. So we're excited.
Wonderful. And you said that y'all are going to go out of town. How long are y'all going?
It's just for a day.
Yeah.
He has work to do on Sunday because
Mhm.
as I've told you before, he works a lot. But he's at least making the effort to make time and kind of focus on us. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah. And it sounds like this is a step in the right direction. And like you said, you've been working on that goal, and this is the fourth time this week.
Oh yeah. So we've
That's
been doing
great.
good this week. So I'm really appreciative of him kind of taking that initiative with me and working on it with me. So
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
we're doing good with that.
Absolutely. And I'm noticing that that's really uh, the last time that we spoke, you were smiling more, you were happier, but I'm
Mhm.
noticing this is just, it seems like it's just more.
Yeah, we've been doing really good. Like I said, making more time for each other. We haven't really been arguing. We're really taking the steps needed to just kind of listen to each other and talk to each other and be respectful.
Okay. And what does that mean to you?
It means
Um,
a lot,
yeah.
like a lot, because that's something I've always wanted him to be more aware of. Is just being more respectful, being more mindful.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think he means to be, disrespectful, but sometimes, tempers just start flaring and
Yeah,
mouths start running. So, but it's been something we've really been working on. So I'm glad.
absolutely. So tell me more about other things that he has been doing to kind of help you with this. He agreed to go out for a day. What else is he doing?
He's actually taken the initiative to kind of come with me in the kitchen and learn how to cook a little bit too. That's a big shocker.
Nice.
So yeah. Um, he can't even boil water without scorching my stove, so it's a big step.
Full disclosure, I believe my husband's the same way, so it's okay.
So, because he's always appreciative, whenever he comes home and I got a home cooked meal. So he's kind of wanting to learn a few tricks and a few meals so he can kind of repay that in return. So we're kind of working on that step by step.
Okay. Okay. And this makes you happy. I can see that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's nice. It's a nice gesture,
Mhm.
and it shows he's kind of stepping up the plate and learning something new to kind of benefit for me and for our relationship. So I'm really appreciative of it.
I'm sensing you feel more connected with Danny now that he's making these efforts with you. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would. Um, I think just, taking time to talk to each other and kind of focus on what we're wanting out of this relationship and what he feels and I feel we need to work on and just, working on it week by week. I feel like it's definitely made a change.
Yeah. And with these changes, Have you noticed anything different with how Danny is responding to feedback that you give him?
Yeah, he's gotten better.
Mhm.
Um, I don't want to say, man's ego, being told what to do. And sometimes we all have an issue with taking criticism, even if it's constructive criticism. I'm the same way. I can't lie. Sometimes it's kind of hard to hear where you're falling short, or, but he's gotten a lot better because I've learned to kind of control how I communicate that, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
Definitely how you say it definitely works, and what you say works too, with like picking the right words. Don't say it out of anger. He's definitely taken feedback quite well, and I ask him to do the same thing for me as too. So
Wonderful. Wonderful. So far, we have discussed how communication is really improving with Danny. He is helping you in the kitchen, which is fabulous. Um, so far this week, this will be your 4th day of spending time together.
mhm.
If you could tell me how much progress do you feel you have made concerning now compared to when you first started counseling?
I feel like progress wise, like, are you looking for like a number, or like how would like
If you were to put it on a scale, 1 being the lowest amount of progress and 5
mhm.
being the highest amount of progress, where would you be between 1 and 5?
Well, I don't want to say like complete five,
Mhm.
but I want to at least say like a floor.
I love it.
I don't want to be too overly confident, but I feel like, it's definitely maybe at like a 4 level, at
Very good.
least.
That's
So
awesome. Okay. And so when you say a 4, how do you feel about that 4?
I feel pretty good. That's a lot better than like when I first came in to be like a 1, or maybe
Mhm.
even like the negatives. Like if we're gonna go that far,
Absolutely.
it's I've definitely noticed a change. It's really been helpful having these sessions, and just being able to talk to someone and get feedback, and I've really enjoyed it.
Good. I've enjoyed this as well. I really have. Um, I just, so I'm noticing you, at first you were kind of fidgety,
Hmm.
and now you seem more relaxed. Has Danny noticed this as well?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like I have mentioned before, like my anxiety
Yes.
gets really bad
Mhm.
sometimes, especially with confrontation or trying to be able to communicate without it being like angry or what have you. And anxiety has definitely gone down compared to what it used to be. Like you said, when I first came in, um, I still fidget a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's just something I'm always going to have, but it's definitely gone down a bit. And I think that really just has to do with how much we're really working on communication in our relationship, to where I don't feel so anxious, and I feel like I can speak and talk without it being without it being taken in as negative or in a bad way, if that makes sense. So it's just, I don't know, it's just been really nice to be able to talk to your husband without immediate response is just negative and just bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The responses now that you receive from them, it sounds like they are more positive.
Hmm. Definitely.
Good. Good. So what I hear you saying is that overall you have noticed progress. Have you still been using coping skills to help with that progress?
I still do my deep breathing. Counting to 10 helps. Fidgeting, I'm always fidgeting something. I always got something in my pocket.
That's
and of
okay.
course, and of course, Milo's still in the center of attention.
Mhm,
So that's our baby. So I mean, those definitely help and kind of help calm me and ground me in the moment.
mhm, absolutely. Will Milo be going on this trip tomorrow?
No, he's gonna be spending some time with the father-in-law.
Okay.
So He's
Okay.
kind of babysitting tomorrow.
That's okay. I'm sure he enjoys it.
Oh yeah, they love playing together.
So when we first started talking, you mentioned health concerns for your father-in-law. Is that still something that is a stressor for you?
Well, I think it's always going to be a stressor because he's getting up there in age.
Mhm.
Um, he is a veteran. I mean, he has benefits. He's getting the help he needs. It's still a concern, but as of right now, he's doing okay. We don't have anything too major going on. He's had a few appointments from when we first started, and a lot of things have kind of come out in the clear. We really don't have any big concerns right now, so that's kind of taken a little bit of weight off our shoulders as far as like any upcoming maybe surgeries or anything that's coming up in the future that we need to prepare for.
And it seems like, in situations where stress is increased, you do tend to use those coping skills more, which is wonderful. And that does lead to less stress. And it seems like it is leading to better communication with Danny.
Yes, it has, whether it be our issues or it involves the father-in-law or work related, it really has helped.
Very good. Very good. So when we think to our last 4 sessions,
Mhm.
um, I wanted to ask how you feel counseling has helped you.
How I feel it has helped me.
Mhm.
I
You.
feel um I feel like it's helped me get a little bit more comfortable, um, just open up and talking with someone, that I don't know, like completely brand new professional help.
Mhm.
Uh, mental health wasn't really talked a whole lot within my family. So I know there's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to mental health and seeking help. So for me, being able to kind of seek that help and see that it's okay to reach out for help, just to kind of, fight against that stigma and that I'm not crazy, like it's completely normal. I feel like it's really helped me kind of get a better understanding of myself and that it's okay to get counseling for various reasons.
Absolutely. Do you feel that going on without counseling would be okay for you? Do you feel that's something you could manage?
I think so. I felt like I have learned, a lot with our sessions and,
Mhm.
just talking with you. Um, and I know it's always an option if something else happens, I can come back, right?
Absolutely. That I would never turn you away.
um, but from what I've learned in all of our sessions, I think I would feel comfortable with that.
I apologize. I'm working from home.
It's okay. I have one at home too.
Um, so when we first started our sessions, I wanted to go over what we first discussed when I mentioned the approach that I like to use, which is the person-centered approach. Can you remember what the first thing was that I told you about that?
Person-centered approach.
Mhm.
Um,
It's okay
I'm
if you
being,
can't.
I feel like I'm being quizzed.
It's okay if
Ah,
you can't.
that feels like forever ago.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, not off the top of my head,
that's okay.
unfortunately.
That's okay. The first thing that I told you was with the person-centered approach, you are the expert. I
Oh,
am
right.
simply here learning to see the world through your eyes.
Hmm.
So when I say you are the expert, do you feel you are the expert now?
I feel like I can manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what we can learn just by putting our thoughts out there
Hmm.
and having someone maybe decipher them.
Hmm.
And because even if I do decipher them incorrectly, you can say, well, no, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hear the
Yeah, I get
expert.
that. Yeah. I kind of like that. That's just like, my way of like explaining it, like just throwing a bunch of stuff at someone and they throw it back at me, make it more sense. Make it
Mhm.
make more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've really enjoyed our sessions. I love the fact that through all of it, you have really gained a sense of self-awareness, and
Mhm.
your relationship with Danny has been improving so much.
Yeah. It's definitely had its ups and downs. I don't know if you remember what I told you. I think it was last week. The
The
big decision.
motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that been?
It's still here. Um,
He didn't take it back.
no, which is fine. Um, but as far as that concern,
Mhm,
well, with that issue concerned, we really haven't had any arguments or anything about it. We kind of talked to each other when it initially happened and
mhm.
just kind of let it be. Ain't no point arguing about it or fussing about it. He understands my point of view on it, and going forward, we're gonna handle those kind of situations better.
Mhm. Okay.
So
So tell me how y'all would handle a situation like that if it did happen.
if it happened again,
Mhm. Hopefully it does not, but if it did.
um, well, initially he really didn't get the brunt of my anger of it because he
Mhm.
called me over the phone.
Right.
So I mean, it would probably play out the same way. It's just I would hope he wouldn't do that again because he knows how I feel about it.
Yes.
But basically going forward, any like decisions like that, I would hope he would get my input first and kind of include me with the process.
Mhm.
And if he didn't, I would more than likely be like, well, why didn't you? Like, what sparked this? Like,
Right.
why was I not involved with this? We've already talked about this before. What's going on? That would
Mhm.
be my first approach with it, really.
Right. Okay. So tell me, what did he say was his reason for making this big decision without your input?
Well, he's always mentioned that he's wanted a bike, so that's always been the front of his mind. He has mentioned it. Um, he does work out of town, and the vehicle he uses, it racks up a lot of mileage. Gas is not cheap on a truck, especially right now when gas prices going up. And with the bike, it's a lot more mileage, per gallon. So it's for him, it's like a cheap way to go back and forth to and from work while he can park his truck.
Mhm.
So, but to me, it's more of a want than a need. And he kind of agrees, but he's like, it's kind of both.
Yeah.
So we're just learning, it's a learning experience and going forward, just got to do better with those kind of decisions
Okay. So tell me, what have you learned through this?
through the experience with the motorcycle.
Mhm.
Uh, Learn how to manage my temper better because he didn't get the brunt of it. I've learned how to really kind of ask a question and then listen, if that makes sense, versus interrupting, cutting them off, especially with a decision like that. That my first reaction was anger. When we finally picked up the bike and we came home, me and him had a sit down conversation, and I'm like, "What happened? This was out of the blue. You call me, you got it. What happened? Like, what made you instantly say, I'm signing for it?" So it was mainly me kind of stepping back to let him explain himself first before really jumping the gun and getting in his face and just getting ugly about it.
Mhm. Okay. So with Danny, communication has improved.
Hmm.
Has Danny said that he notices anything as far as the communication?
He notices we're communicating better.
Mhm.
He's noticed, the decrease in arguments every week, whether it's me being nitpicking, nagging, as a typical wife, nagging about stuff, you know, um, he's noticed that, the stress for all of us has gone down in the household.
Mhm.
Not nitpicking, not fighting, not cursing. There's no tension in the house because of it. We're able to kind of communicate a little more effectively, and that just improves overall, in the household.
Very good. Very good. So let's think about this goal that you had. You said that you feel like you are at a 4
Mm-hmm.
as far as self-awareness and
Mm-hmm.
as far as just how much better you are feeling about
Mm-hmm.
communication. Do you feel you've achieved this goal?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Mhm.
Not gonna, like I said before, not that we're not gonna have a little hiccup here and there, but I really
Okay.
feel like we've really come a long way. So yeah, I like to think we've kind of accomplished the goal.
Mhm. Very good. I remember last week you said, I'm not sure, where I'd go because I've never set this kind of goal before.
Yeah.
And tell me about your confidence now.
As far as like where to go after completing the goal,
Mhm. Mhm.
just keep moving forward and keep setting more goals. Um, as silly as that sounds,
Yeah.
I feel like we can continue to grow and just build on our relationship, and
Mhm.
any areas where we feel like we're weak, like
Mhm.
maybe we need to kind of tweak this a little bit or work on this, a little bit. Because for me, we're a unit, you know. So I think going forward, maybe just continue to try to make goals in our relationship and work towards them.
Mhm.
That'd be something I think I would continue to carry on, because I see that making goals like that actually do work.
They're short, they're attainable, they're concrete.
Hmm.
Wonderful. You had a great goal, and I believe you've achieved that goal as well. I
Well,
do.
good. Well, good.
Do you feel that you would be comfortable with terminating the therapeutic relationship?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. I would miss talking with you.
I would miss that too. Um,
But I feel confident enough going forward,
mhm,
that I can handle it, that I can continue to go forward, without a therapeutic relationship.
and I believe you could as well. I just kind of want to emphasize why I believe you could. You have really used your strengths
Hmm.
throughout this entire wanting to reach this goal. You have stayed
Hmm.
focused, you have stayed determined,
Hmm.
you have listened to Danny's feedback, you've provided your own feedback, and you have the most wonderful strengths. And you use those strengths, you use those coping skills, you really work toward this goal.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it feels actually kind of amazing when you kind of put it out like that.
It's
Um,
empowering.
yeah, it is a little bit. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Like I said, you're the expert. And this is all information that I got from you.
Right.
These are from your words. These are from your experiences, your expressions. I learned
Hmm.
this from you.
Yeah.
So I really am sad to see you go, but seeing you go means that you are doing well and you've
Yeah.
reached your goal and you'll continue working toward other goals over time, just like
Yeah.
anyone else would. Um, but I'm not going to leave you completely. In 2 weeks, I would like
Mhm.
to just give you a call, follow up, see how you're doing. You can tell me how little Milo's doing. I would like to hear about Milo and just to let me know if there are any concerns that you have.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And good, good. And I don't want to get rid of you, but like I said, ending the therapeutic relationship means you have made that progress that you wanted to make. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing on your part. um, After the 2 week phone call, um, I will ask you if you would like to do like a booster session in about a month and a half from that phone call. Some people have asked me what a booster session is. It's just kind of where you come in and we talk. It's kind of like a refresher course.
Mm,
You may have some questions, just kind of going out there and,
yeah.
it's kind of like starting fresh. So you take time to think on that, though. You don't have to make that decision right now, but
Right.
just know that's something I will offer you.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a good plan.
Wonderful, wonderful. So with you guys going out for the day tomorrow,
Mhm.
tell me what you guys plan on doing.
Just the usual shopping, eating. Um, Kind of might be a little bit cold, but at least going by the water maybe a little bit.
Mhm.
Just get some fresh air. I don't get to get out of Victoria very often,
Yeah,
so it's kind of nice to get out and just go for a drive, jam out to some music.
yes.
With the hubby by my side and just have some time together.
And
So,
just enjoy each other.
hmm
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, Stephanie. So this will be our final session. I am going to miss you. You are a star client. But you should be very proud of yourself for all of the progress you've made. I'm proud of you.
Oh,
You've
thank
done
you.
wonderful. And yeah, I'm going to miss you.
I miss you too. I really appreciate all your help and guidance through this.
It's been my
It's
pleasure.
been, yeah, it's been definitely a learning experience, and I appreciate it all.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed learning from you. All right, Stephanie. Well, I will go ahead and let you go for now, and I will give you a call in 2 weeks, okay?
All right, sounds good to me.
Okay. You take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.